Okay, so last video we finished step 2 in making a finish line and a retry button, and now we're going into Alice's guide on how to program a car, in simpler terms in this game. Getting some good water in. But with that out of the way, let's get started. Yep, when you press Y, whoosh, the button Nodon outputs 1 to my accelerator port, which button Nodon is sending a signal to the accelerator button for Y. To do this, and then the car puts on speed, like boom. If the player keeps holding Y, does it mean the car will go faster and faster? You can set the car's top speed under movement speed in my settings. Let's try that now. Go ahead and select car Nodon. Yep. Opening the settings screen. We could set the movement speed. Let's set it to 2. You can close the settings screen again already. Now let's zip over to the game screen to see the car in action. Okay. Get some good speed going by holding Y. Did you notice that the car was going faster? Adjusting the car Nodon settings lets you get a fine-tune of how fast the car goes. By the way, if you drive right off the edge, you can try to restart the game. Come back when you're ready. Let's head back to the program screen. What? She said I can take my time. I'm taking my time. Alright, let's get back. Did you see me going at full speed? I was all vroom, vroom. Look out, though. Once you start driving, it's hard to stop suddenly. Oh, that reminds me. Take a close look at my accelerate port. The down and up arrow is right there in the name port. That's because the car will go in reverse if my accelerate receives a negative signal. I see a bit of a problem here. I can only output 0 to 1. I can only do anything between -1. So let's call up another stick Nodon to lend a hand to do that. Boing, I'm here to help. Dry crunch. I let any Nodon I'm connected to know if tilted forward and backward. Okay, so we're going to disconnect this connection here. Then we're going to connect the new stick Nodon to the output port. The car Nodon's accelerate. Yep. Let's pop over to the game screen to see what changed. Try tilting R forward or backward to make the direction go the car into. Neat, huh? The car will change directions the way you tilt. The car may not have a brake port, but suddenly in reverse actually works a lot like brakes anyway. By the way, have you also figured out that steering the wheel tilting left or right? Why don't you try that? You could turn the car by tilting left or right. Let's head back to the program screen to find out more on how steering works. Okay. Doesn't it just feel so good to go forward, reverse, and turn right or left on a whim? If I had hair, I'd feel the wind in it. Whoa, slow down there. You're going 1,000,000 miles per hour. Let me explain how the steering wheel controls work. First of all, I let the car Nodon know when L is tilted left or right. The stick Nodon's input gets delivered to my steering wheel port, and I turn the car. See the left to right part on the steering wheel port? That means that when the port gets positive inputs, the steering wheel turns right, and when the port gets negative input, it turns left. That's not all. You could also tilt the control stick just a little bit to only turn a small amount. If you're going to turn, turn with confidence. That's what a famous Nodon once told me. Just remember that if the car is stopped, it won't turn no matter how much you turn the steering wheel. Oh yeah. Even if you turn the tires, if the car isn't always moving forward or backward, it won't actually turn. Gotcha. Changing the direction of the tires alone won't cut it. By the way, is there something for me to do around here or what? I've got so much time on my hands. Maybe I'll do some button mashes. You know what? Take a look at my very bottom port. I don't know about button push-ups, but I can jump. Jump? You can hold it out on me, bud. It'll take real strength to make the car jump, but I've been working out. Okay, then I guess that means we can use the button Nodon to make the car jump. Let's try that out now, shall we? Before the button Nodon pops, go ahead and connect the button Nodon's output port to the car's Nodon's jump port. It might be a little tricky to press Y and R at the same time, so let's change the button to ZR. And disable Y, type ZR. Now close the settings. Let's test that out. Hey, go look at that. The car can jump now. That was quite a thrill. Let's pop back to the program screen now. Did you see me jumping? It was all bounce, bounce, weed. Does it look like the car can jump very high? I need to beef up my button press muscles. Or you can just change how high the car jumps under the jump strength in my settings. That sounds much easier than all this flaw business. Start by selecting the car Nodon. Open up settings. Change the jump strength here. Let's try the setting it to the maximum 2. Now close the settings. Are you ready to test out how high the car can jump now? Let's check out in the game screen. Just like before, use ZR to jump while driving forward and backward. The car can jump higher than before, right? Now you know how to adjust the car's jump strength. Let's head back to the programming screen. Bouncy bounce! How's that for a full throttle? Wow, now that's what I mean when I say boing. If we're going to jump, reach for the stars. A famous Nodon once told me that. Not bad, not bad. I think I can do better though. I've just got to keep training. By the way, it seems like the controls won't work while the car is in midair after a jump. Right. If the tires aren't touching the ground, you won't be able to turn until the car lands again. Which might mean that sometimes you get carried away and go bouncing right off the edge. Just try to always practice safe driving, and you'll be alright. If you want to mess up, there's always retry. If at first you don't succeed, try, retry again. A famous Nodon told me that. I think that was how it went. Right, I hope you got the hang of the car Nodon now. Let's review this quickly, shall we? Here goes Alice. If my accelerate port receives a positive input, I drive forward, while the negative input will make the car go in reverse. My steering wheel port is what lets you move the tires right and left. What was it again? Oh yeah, a positive input makes the car turn right, and the negative ones make it turn left. Input to the jump port lets you jump. What's more, you can change the jump strength and movement speed in the car Nodon setting. Keep that in mind that you won't be able to use the controls when the tires aren't touching the ground. In any case, I think that's enough for now. We've covered a ton. Have fun roaming around. See you next time. We got some good footage today, if I may say so myself. Indeed we did. And I will go into more of this game next time. I'll see you all then. Peace, stay crispy. Bye, guys.